You want to know the craziest thing that just happened to me? Your boy just lost his damn job. But the thing is, you want to know something even crazier than that?
You do have good positive points. I can see you like put your hand up, help people out. Like you've got you're very hands on. I think that you're also a team player as well. But the role, that's one part of the role where we need to sort of make a decision whether or not the contract will continue or not. And we've had like multiple conversations with where we're sort of sitting out what where we're going to go with it, basically. And at this stage, unfortunately, we won't be able to actually continue the contract on. That wasn't an easy decision to make, but with the actual role, the type of role that we actually need for the business at this point, and like I said, the role itself, it's something that it's not an easy role to do. He actually did a pretty good job on the team now to try give it a go. Gave it a go, tried best. And that's the time for him.
Redirection is sometimes for a reason.
Yeah. Go on.
I just lost my fucking job. Now it's time to chase my dreams, bitches. Last night, I wrote in my journal, "Dear God, when will I know when it is right for me to leave my job?" And guess what? Today at my 6-month meeting, I sort of felt like it was coming. And my time at that company has ended. So if you want, buy a t-shirt, buy a phone case. Oh, I'm working on designing some pants, but it's a long way off. Yeah. Life goes on. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? And then life goes on. Doesn't it? I don't know.
No one talks about the mental toll it takes on you when you're unemployed and trying to find a job. Like the rejection after rejection, and then you think you have a good interview and you get a rejection letter saying they went with another candidate. It's like, why did I just waste all my time going through all those interviews, you asking all of these questions? It's literally been 10 months since I've been unemployed. I'm educated. I work hard. I'm applying to jobs. My unemployment's done. I'm blowing through my savings. And I know they say have faith, but it's like, how can you have faith when it's not happening? And I know this job market is really trash, but mentally, it's like so draining. And nobody talks about how draining it is. I'm honestly just at loss for words.
I could talk about this now because I've gotten past it, but the job market has been trash. And it's been trash every single time I've needed to look for a job. It took me 6 months to find the current job that I'm at. And what's crazy about that, it's not in any of the 2 degrees that I have, and I had no experience prior to what I'm doing now. But what was so frustrating during those 6 months of applying was the fact that I had the degrees, I had the experience, and I was qualified. And these jobs did not want to pay, first and foremost. And second of all, it's like all my credentials didn't matter. Or they were like ghost posting. So like jobs posting that they're hiring, but they're really not. But they just have the posting out there. And overall, it was just really frustrating. Last time I was applying for jobs, it took a little bit longer, but still at least like 6 months before I found anything. And back then I had like no experience. And even still with the experience I have now, 2 degrees, experience in both of the fields, and was not able to find a job in those areas, or was not able to get a job in those areas. And honestly, during that time, I had to really figure out a game plan of what I'm going to do to not be put in that situation again. So really focusing on like business ventures and things to bring in money outside of working a 9 to 5. That's never really been what I've wanted to do per se, but having what jobs say that they want and them still not hiring you, or if they want to hire you, not willing to pay more than like 16 or 18 an hour. And y'all know that's not enough. That is not a living in today's economy by any means. But it really just showed me even more so. It just emphasized what I already knew, is to develop something for yourself and make it profitable. But it blows my mind every single time. Like, I got these degrees for what? I have this experience for what? I'm working for a contracting company right now. That's what I'm doing. That was nowhere on my board of expertise, but here I am. You know what? You figure out things and you make it work. But yeah, the job market's trash. Has always been trash, I feel like, since I've gotten out of college, but hopefully things will change in that area. But
I think I finally understand what y'all mean when y'all get on here and say that it is very hard to find a job in 2025. So recently, I've been looking at getting out of my current position and into a different one with a new company because I feel like I've outgrown my current position. And then also I want to make more money. So a company reached out to me through Indeed. We did a phone screen and they invited me in for an interview. The interview, I sat down with 3 people. They all asked me questions, and my assessment, the interview went great. So they showed me the facility. I meet a couple of the employees working there, and then they say that they're going to hit me back. So a week and a half goes by. I don't hear anything. And I'm like, oh, let me be persistent and see like what's going on with this position because maybe they filled it. So I reach out to the manager, and the manager's like, oh, like, no, we loved you. We want to bring you back for another interview. I'm thinking in my mind, like, no sense of urgency in doing that. But the first interview, mind you, it took maybe like an hour, hour and a half. So I asked her, I said, hey, what's this second interview going to consist of? I'm excited, but I'm just curious. And she was like, oh, it's going to be more like the first interview. I'm going to sit in on it though. So now I'm going to be interviewed by 4 people and you're going to ask me the same questions that you asked me before. My question is, why does it seem to be no sense of urgency to get somebody in here and get started?
Bro, I can't be the only one to think it's impossible to get a job right now. Like, I don't know how it was back then, but it's fucking impossible to get a job right now. Like, you would apply on Indeed, people be like, it's easy to find a job. It's easy to find a job. Motherfucker, you try. You try. Quit your job and see if you can find another job. Because you can't. Like, bro, the comp on Indeed is terrifying, bro. You apply for a bagger at like some random gas station, bro. You be having fucking 10,000 different applicants, bro. They're picking you through you're like a needle in a haystack, bro. You're not getting picked, bro. I promise you're not getting picked. And people at jobs like Walmart, bro, I be calling up Walmart. I be like, y'all hiring? They be like, nah, bro. Call next year. I'm looking at the site right now. I know y'all hiring, bro. Why are you gatekeeping me, bro? Like, let me get money too, bro. Like, y'all not letting nobody in there? I see you are.
Son, these job sites got me fucked up, so I've been calling around and shit, so I just called Popeyes. You hear me? Nigga, pick that bitch up. Mind you, this the first time I ever called this bitch, and I'm already heated because all these niggas acting hard up with the jobs. Like, why the fuck fast food areas acting hard up with jobs? Bitch, I thought that was supposed to be like, I called Popeyes. Nigga picked the phone up talking about, why I keep answering the phone for this dude, bro? Boy, fuck you, boy. Then I said, boy, what you said, son? And he get a phone up immediately. Want me to pick up the phone? I'm like, man, fuck this. I said, man, what dude said? Put that nigga back on the phone. She told me, man, who is this? I'm like, man, put that nigga back on the phone. I said, look, man, fuck it. Just tell that nigga I said, fuck him, boy, you a bitch. And fuck the job too, son. I'm about to say fuck this shit and just get the...
If you haven't gotten a job in this economy, I'm not going to lie to you, applying online, it's like putting down a parlay. You might get one, you might not. But if you apply in person, it's, bruh, your chances of getting a job is way better because if you ask somebody, are you hiring? And they say, oh, yeah, apply online. That's a nice way of saying no. But if you go in somewhere and they say, or you say, hey, are y'all hiring? And they say, yeah, my manager's, in here. You want to talk to him, whatever. If they have something like that, have your resume with you. Give them your resume. You feel me? Tell them you're going to apply. As soon as you get back to your car, apply. Wait 24 hours. Come back to the store the next day and say, hey, I applied. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Tan, and I just got fired for the second time ever in my entire life. I want to first start off by saying I am more than appreciative and grateful for the time that I had at Capital Thrill. It was a bright spot and when I was in one of the darkest places in my life. And I also thank the owner who gave me an opportunity to work there. The owner of Capital Thrill is also the person that makes all of my merch that I sell to you guys. and a friend of mine. I thought like a close friend of mine that I really cared for. About a month ago, though, the owner and I got into it. I had asked for a favor where for the first time ever, I would close the shop real quick, run to his other shop where I get all my merch done, pick up a bunch of merch that I was really, really needing. Like I was really, really needing it, and run back. And I even said, hey man, like I know this is special circumstances. I've never done something like this before, but can I do it? It would have taken me about 20 minutes. And mind you, I just paid this person $30,000 plus for all of this merch. And he knows everything in the position that I'm in and what I'm going through. From Mexico, this person is like, how dare you ask that, essentially? Like, no way. How could you even fathom that? This industry is retail and like we need consistent hours. Even though literally hours before all of this, before I had asked him, he had told me I could take the week off for mental health because he knew I was going through a lot. So eventually through this, he's just like pouring on me and like shitting on me. And I'm like, finally like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how dare you? I was like, read the room. I just paid you $30,000. I've never missed a day of work since I've worked here. So many of my followers come in and have spent thousands of dollars. I've watched it with my own eyes at your shop that I've never benefited from and never even wanted or even cared about. And you have the audacity to tell me that I can't run real quick for a very special occasion that you know about to run and go do this real quick. Like, I think that's really offensive and like, how dare you? Eventually, he's like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. Like, my bad. I get it. My bad. I'm sorry. From Mexico, mind you. And I'm like, I don't really fucking believe that apology. And also, I think it's way deeper and way more intense than you're making it out to be. And I'm actually like really, really offended. All month, we keep getting into it via merch, right? Like, he's like, dude, it just was uncomfortable. And there's a lot of tension because that's what happens. We talked for maybe 10 minutes. He showed up with a quad shot and he was like, hey, here's my peace offering, right? We go down and speak in private. He gives me this grandiose apology and like, oh, I'm just like, blah, 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 at first. And then I start telling him how I feel and how his behaviors and actions towards me aren't okay and I didn't appreciate it. And guess who didn't want to hear it? Guess who didn't want to fucking hear it? So then eventually he starts saying, dude, it's like, it's just one of the most bizarre experiences I've ever had when it comes to like someone being so tone deaf to the situation and the relationship in front of them. And I wasn't going to fold on this. I was like, you fucking wronged me, dude. And you're going to hear this because I didn't deserve that shit. Because I don't deserve that shit. And I knew he wasn't going to hear it. And I didn't really know it was going to go exactly like this. But eventually I was like, so what are we going to do, dude? And he was like, yeah, I'm going to let you go. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get my shit and I'm fucking out of here. It's just fucking heartbreaking, dude. It's fucking heartbreaking. I've tried to just give to this person from the moment I've known them and be sweet and loving and positive and supportive. And fucking, this person was asking me to help them with their dreams, to take their dream fucking work that they had, his little shop that had failed, and help him. He wanted me to do that, but couldn't give me just the respect and the consideration and love and empathy that anyone deserves. Anyone fucking deserves. And then if you can't hear it, if you can't fucking hear it, that's on you, not me, when I need to tell you how your actions and behaviors made me feel, dude. That's not okay. That's not fucking fair. I'm not upset that I was fired. I'm not upset that I'm not working there anymore because in the position I'm even at in my life, I need to like move on from that and do my own thing once and for all. But it's just heartbreaking. And then I know so many people every day are going through shit like this. This isn't even like some fucking Amazon thing. This is some small business owner, right? Seeing me in the trenches trying to figure out my fucking life. Never again, dude. Never again. I am done shrinking, fucking kneeling, helping anyone else fucking do their dream. It's my dreams or nothing. And if I can't, I want to help inspire other people's fucking dreams, but I am not fundamentally helping anyone anymore. Not like that. It's all for me now, dude. It's all for me because I fucking deserve it. I fucking deserve it.
I literally just got fired from my job after going up to this table and asking them for a drink order. No one answers me, so I think they need another minute. I go to walk away. This woman's like, hello? I barely even turn around thinking that it's for me. This woman's like, is anyone gonna come over and help us? So I look at her, I'm like, Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, I came over. I thought you needed another minute. She literally goes, what? No one came over to help us. So I'm not gonna start a fight with her. I'm just like, okay, can I get you guys something to drink? The little boy's like, can I get a chocolate milk? The dad screams in his face, what did we tell you about asking first? Like, what was he doing? He's like, how much for that chocolate milk? I'm like, $4.95. He's like, that is highway robbery. We could get a entire gallon at the supermarket. No, you may not get it. The kid starts bawling his eyes out. So now I have to get the food and drink order while they're profusely crying. So they order a large pepperoni pizza, at which I tell them it's gonna be about 45 minutes with how busy it is. He's like, it better not be. I'm like, it's gonna be 45 minutes. Every 10 minutes, they're like, where's our food? I'm like, guys, a little bit longer. We told you 45 minutes. They're like, it better not be. I'm like, we've already had the discussion. It's gonna be 45 minutes. So a food runner comes back, literally on the verge of tears, and she's like, that man said that he wasn't supposed to have mustard on his sandwich. Meanwhile, he asked me for extra. So I go out there and I'm like, sir, I'm sorry, but I have it written down that you asked for extra mustard. The wife turns to me and she's like, are you telling my husband that he didn't know what he wanted to order? I look at her, I'm like, ma'am, no, but I had to ask if you wanted mustard, and it says extra. Why would I have written that? This man stares me in my eyes. He's like, the customer is always right. I was so done. I'm like, sir, the customer is always right in case of taste, not when you literally order the sandwich wrong. So this man's sitting cross-armed like, I need to speak to your manager. My manager goes out there. He literally tells them that I was screaming at them and I purposely put their food in wrong because they didn't notice me when I came over for a drink order. So you did know that I came over for a drink order. She comes back there, and I literally got fired because she said this isn't the first time that she's had a similar complaint about me, and now I'm gonna have to look for a new job.
I'm not being unreasonable, but this job market is absolutely trash.
It's like putting down a parlay. You might get one, you might not.
At this point, I think I'm just gonna sell feet pics online for money because the job market right now is shit.
I feel like you have a better chance of finding your dad that left 10 years ago than to find a job in 2025.
It takes 500 applications right now to land one offer.
The job market right now is so trash that you might as well just stay at that shitty job that you hate until you get like another job locked in. So up until last week, I was unemployed for about 2 months. And the first month, I pretty much just chilled, treated it like a vacation. But by the second month, that's when I started applying to places. And I applied to about 10, 15 different places. And out of those 15 places, I heard back from maybe only 1 or 2 places. The rest, I didn't get no call, no emails, nothing. And when I had a job, I would see people come on here all the time talking about the job market's shitty, that it sucks. And I really thought they were just talking. I didn't think it was true until I actually was unemployed and was looking for jobs. And that it hit me. It was like, damn, bro, they really ain't lying. The job market really fucking sucks right now.
When did these jobs become so impossible to get? A couple weeks ago, I went into Guitar Center looking for a job, and the manager said they were hiring, so I was super excited. I showed him some of my videos. He was like, yeah, you'd be a great fit for this role. Here's the application, just apply online. Awesome. A couple weeks go by, I hear back absolutely nothing. So I assume they went with someone else for the role. Whatever, that's how it goes most of the time. Yesterday, my guitar string snapped, so I had to get some new strings. I go to the store, not even looking to talk to the manager or anything, I just wanted strings. I go to open the front door to the store. Locked. I look inside. All the lights are off. Okay, that's weird. There's a little paper sign on the door that says, sorry, closed due to staffing issues. Are you kidding me? Are you telling me you'd rather have the store closed than have me working it? And it's not like they're going out of business either. I single-handedly keep that Guitar Center in business. So now I don't have any guitar strings. But the good news is I did end up landing a summer internship by some miracle at an awesome company. So I'll be selling my soul to corporate America now.
Nobody in Gen Z wants to work a 9 to 5.
I know I'm probably just being so dramatic and annoying, but this is my first job, like my first 9 to 5 job after college, and I'm in person, and I'm commuting in the city, and it takes me fucking forever to get there. There's no way I'm gonna be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, fucking duh! If I was able to walk to work, and it'd be fine, but I'm not. So it literally takes me, like, I leave here, like, I get on the train at 7:30, and I don't get home till, like, 6:15 earliest, and then, like, I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have time or energy to cook my dinner either. Like, I don't have energy to work out. Like, that's out the window. Like, I'm so upset. Oh my God. Nothing to do with my job at all, but just like the 9 to 5 schedule in general is crazy. Being in the office 9 to 5, like if it was remote, you get off at 5 and you're home and everything's fine. But like, I'm not home. It takes me long to get home, and like, like people that drive to the office, like you don't get off at 5. And I know it could be worse. I know I could be working longer, but like I literally get off, it's pitch black. Like I don't have energy. How do you have friends? Like how do you have time to like meet like a guy? I don't know. Like how do you have time for like dating? Like I don't have time for anything, and I'm like so stressed out. And I'm also getting my period, so that's why I'm all emotional. But like, am I so dramatic? It's fine.
I don't think people realize how dangerous it is to hate your job, because if you hate it, that is 1/3 of your life that you will spend not enjoying your actual life, which also means you're going to spend the rest of your waking hours, however many that might be, drained physically, mentally, emotionally, from having to do something for 8 to 10 hours that you just can't stand doing. So that's 2/3 of your life, and all your waking hours, except for what, a day and a half on the weekend, spent not enjoying life. When you lay it out like that, is it really surprising that people are having mental health issues, that people have addiction problems? No, actually, to me, it kind of makes sense. There's one tip I can give anyone, especially young people out there: find a way to make a living where you don't hate your life during that process. You don't have to enjoy all of it. You don't have to love it, but at least it doesn't make you hate yourself for 8 to 10 hours a day, every day. For me, that meant no job. I'm not meant to work a job. Like I refuse to work a job ever again. For other people, it means trying other industries and learning different skills until you come across something that really speaks to you.
I quit my job yesterday and I feel great. I feel free. In a period now of taking risks. I was so miserable at my last 2 jobs. Like I just knew in my soul that this was not right for me. And I used to be so sad every day because I have creative passions. I have other dreams that I always put on the back burner because I felt like I had to have a real professional job. I needed to make a lot of money. All of that and all of that misery has just pushed me to the point of like, fuck it. Like, why am I busting my ass every day for somebody else to sell someone else's products and make them rich, to bring them a ton of revenue? If I'm going to be busting my ass, I want to do it for myself, for things that I like, for things that I am passionate about. I am betting on myself at this point. A year ago, I never thought I'd be in this position. I never thought I'd be willing to do what I'm willing to do now. Never thought I'd be willing to take the risks that I'm willing to take now. We're not getting any younger. If you hate your job, if you are unhappy at your job, let this be your sign. Make a plan, quit that job.